It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. It's brought in by Harris. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 36 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 55 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He gets it complete to Harris. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
To throw is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
17's Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Mike 17. Mike 17. It's been a long day for you. Shift. Gun. Shift. Go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
It's going to be a long day. Kill.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He's He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tony Pollard, 34 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on, let's go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, Harris. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he's upended after a gain of 2 after the 27. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
3rd and 7.
Mike 3.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Allen, and that's caught by Smith. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check. Hey, home. Half 10. Look out.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Falcons.
Check.
Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. This is caught inside the 15. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Going for it on fourth down. Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Put. 6-man. Check through.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Running right, here's Falk. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Lane. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. Middle.
Hey, wahoo!
They do go for it. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, it's Harris. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Let's go, the Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now it's Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
3-19, alert! You ain't doing nothing today.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Allen. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 19 yards away. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. Now Allen. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly. Getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it. Switch it. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 26, check 26. Check. What? Shut up.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They're running now. Check.
On second down, this is Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Jackson to throw. Finding Harris over the middle. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll run again with Harris. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Check.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me.